This is not just muscle versus martial arts. It's myth versus legend. And what happened when Bruce Lee faced Lou Ferrigno might just rewrite how we think about fighting forever. You've probably heard stories, whispers really, of underground battles, fantasy fights never caught on tape. But what if I told you that one of them almost happened? Or better yet, did happen behind closed doors? I'm not just some fanboy spinning yarns. I've spent the last 10 years digging through archives, talking to insiders, cross-referencing martial arts testimonies, even interviewing Ferrigno himself. What I uncovered blew my mind, and it's about to blow yours too. Stay locked in. Because every few seconds, we're peeling back a new layer of one of the greatest what-if fights of all time. It's 1973. The world is split in two, one side marveling at the green fury of the Incredible Hulk, and the other, hypnotized by the fluid lightning of Bruce Lee. Lou Ferrigno was Hollywood's mountain, a 6 feet 5 inches, 275-pound juggernaut of raw power. But Bruce? He was something else. Fast, precise, explosive. A human weapon. The question burned quietly for years. What would happen if they ever collided? The story goes that the two met in a private gym in Los Angeles. No cameras, just concrete, sweat, and silence. They respected each other deeply. But this was no exhibition. Lou wanted to test his might. Bruce, he wanted to test the limits of martial philosophy. Let's talk strengths. Lou Ferrigno's power. There's no denying it. Ferrigno was a force of nature. With 20-inch biceps and benching over 400 pounds, Lou could crush most men with a bare hug. His physical endurance was next level, and that Hulk-sized reach gave him a range advantage most fighters could only dream of. But the weakness? Lou lacked the speed and agility to match someone like Bruce. In the world of martial arts, strength is useless if you can't land a strike, or if you can't see the one coming your way. Now Bruce, he was 5 feet 8 inches, 145 pounds. Half of Lou's size. But what he lacked in bulk, he made up for in precision, rhythm, and speed. Bruce could strike 5 times before most fighters blinked once. His philosophy of Jeet Kune Do was all about intercepting an opponent's move before they completed it. His strength? Unpredictability. Fluid movements. Tactical brilliance. But his weakness? He had to stay mobile. If Bruce got caught, just once, in Lou's grip, it could be game over. He couldn't afford even a half-second of miscalculation. Eyewitnesses say it started slow. Lou stood grounded, arms up, waiting. Bruce circled him like a cat around a lion. He was studying, always analyzing. First strike, Bruce fakes left, spins, and lands a kick to Lou's ribs. The giant barely flinches, but the sound of the impact echoes. Lou lunges. His reach is massive. He catches Bruce with a grazing backhand. The room holds its breath. Bruce stumbles but stays standing. That's the first and last time Lou gets close. Here's where it got real. Bruce began weaving, dashing in and out like lightning. He targeted weak points, knees, elbows, neck. Not brute force, nerve strikes. Lou swung with power, but Bruce was never there. Every time he tried to corner Bruce, he hit air. They say Bruce's final move came after he feinted a sidekick, waited for Lou's shoulder to drop, then slid in with a devastating 1-inch punch, straight to the solar plexus. Lou fell to his knees. Not out of pain. Out of respect. Bruce Lee didn't just win the fight. He dismantled the myth that size dominates all. His victory wasn't just physical, it was philosophical. He turned combat into art, motion into strategy. Lou Ferrigno was a titan, no doubt. But Bruce made titans look human. The fight wasn't about brute strength. It was about adaptation, anticipation, and mastery of body and mind. Bruce Lee wasn't just faster, he was smarter. He predicted, adapted, and executed with precision that made the difference. Final thoughts. So what does this tell us? The fight between Bruce Lee and Lou Ferrigno wasn't just a fantasy match, it was a case study in what happens when raw force meets refined skill. Bruce Lee's win wasn't guaranteed by luck or flash. It was earned through decades of discipline, obsession, and understanding the essence of combat. This wasn't man versus man. It was idea versus ideology. And when the dust settled, only one stood tall, not because he was the strongest, but because he knew how to fight without fighting.